Have you ever had a day where your thoughts refused to line up, where your head felt heavy and no amount of silence cleared the noise? Maybe you tried to focus on prayer or just sit still, but your mind kept replaying the same conversations and worries like a stuck song. It feels almost physical, like a fog sitting right between your eyes. I know that feeling too. The restless tossing the weight, pressing down until it feels like you cannot think straight today. I want to show you a gentle way to clear that fog using something as simple as steel, salt, and olive oil applied to your forehead and temples. It is not dramatic, it is not complicated, but it is powerful because it connects your thoughts, your body, and your spirit in one simple act. Stay with me because we are going to walk through exactly how to do this together, how to prepare it, how to apply it, and how to breathe so that clarity comes back. This is your moment to reset. Take a slow, deep breath and prepare to clear what has been clouding your mind. Start by preparing the mixture. Take a small pinch of steel salt, the kind that is coarse and full of texture, and place it in a small dish. Pour in just enough olive oil to cover it and stir until the grains glisten in the oil. This simple mixture has a way of waking up the senses before you even touch it. Notice how it looks solid and fluid at the same time. This is how your mind feels right now, full of scattered pieces that need to come together. Take a small amount with your fingertips and hold it for a moment. Feel the weight between your fingers. Then bring it gently to the center of your forehead and press lightly, as if signaling your mind to stop spinning. Trace small circles with your fingertips. Let the salt touch the skin just enough to remind you that you are here, in this moment, not back in that conversation, not ahead in tomorrow, just here. Move slowly to your temples, pressing softly with your fingertips in small circles. This is where tension hides. This is where stress sits when it has nowhere else to go. As you press, feel your breath slow down. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly, almost as if you are letting the heaviness leave with every breath. Let your jaw loosen. Let your shoulders drop. The mixture of oil and salt may feel slightly rough at first, but as it warms with your skin, it begins to smooth out. This is what happens to your thoughts. They feel sharp and scattered at first, but as you take time to tend to them, they soften and come back into order. Speak softly as you do this. You do not need to shout. You do not need to perform. Just say what is true. I release this weight. I let go of confusion. My mind is clear. My thoughts are sound. Say it until you feel your breathing change. You may find that tears come, or a sudden yawn, or a deep sigh. All of these are signs that your body is releasing what it held. Let it happen. Do not rush this moment. This is where the real reset takes place. If you are doing this before prayer, pause when you are done and sit quietly for a minute. Feel how different the air feels around you. Notice how your chest feels lighter. Notice how your thoughts are no longer racing. This is the moment to enter prayer or reflection with a calm mind. If you are doing this before sleep, let the oil stay on your temples a little longer. Let the scent be the last thing you notice. As you close your eyes, it signals to your nervous system that it is safe to rest. And you may find that your dreams are calmer and more peaceful. There are days when you will need to do this more than once when the fog seems to come back quickly. That is not a failure. It is simply a reminder that your spirit needs more care. Keep the mixture ready, somewhere you can reach for it when needed, because consistency is what keeps the heaviness from building up. Your mind needs regular clearing, just like your space needs regular cleaning. When you do this regularly, you will start to notice that you recover faster from hard moments. The confusion that once lasted for days will pass in minutes. Your mind will begin to stay clear because it knows that there is a rhythm for release. Your body will trust the process and respond quickly. There is deep comfort in knowing you have a way to reset. Whenever you need it, life will not stop bringing challenges. Conversations may still be sharp. Moments may still be heavy, but you do not have to stay clouded. This practice is your way of saying, I will not live under the weight of this fog. I will not let confusion rule my thoughts. My mind is mine to steward. My spirit is mine to keep clear. For those moments in the middle of the day when you cannot prepare a full mixture, just use a little oil, rub it gently on your temples, and breathe. Even the smallest act of touch reminds your brain to slow down and signals your spirit to release. Later, when you are home, you can complete the full act with salt for deeper cleansing. You are not weak for needing this. You are wise for attending to yourself in a world that keeps demanding more from you. This is how you build strength, not by ignoring the weight, but by acknowledging it and releasing it before it builds into something heavier. Your mind deserves this care. Your spirit deserves this reset. As we keep exploring this topic, I want you to take this step seriously tonight. Try this ritual before you sleep or first thing in the morning, and notice how much clearer your mind feels. Notice how your decisions feel lighter. Notice how your conversations flow more easily. This is what happens when you are clear inside. We are going to continue with more ways to cleanse and strengthen your inner life because your peace matters. And I want you to have as many tools as you need, so stay connected. Make this part of your routine and watch how your clarity returns day after day. When you have started this practice, you may notice that your mind feels clearer for a while, but the fog sometimes tries to creep back, especially if you face another stressful situation or hear words that sting. This is why repetition matters. Just as we wash our hands more than once a day to stay clean, we can wash our thoughts more than once to stay clear. The forehead is a sacred space. It is where your thoughts gather, where your focus sits. It is what faces the world first when you walk into a room. So when you anoint it, you are telling your inner world to reset again and again until clarity becomes your default state. Picture this after a long meeting where tension was high and your thoughts are racing. You step into a quiet place. Dip your fingers into the salt and oil and gently touch the center of your forehead. The first touch feels like a pause, like you are putting a hand on the noise and telling it to be still. As you circle slowly with your fingertips, the roughness of the salt seems to scrape away the invisible dust left behind by words you did not agree with, or emotions that were thrown at you. Then as the oil seeps in, it feels like a shield, soft but strong, a covering that tells your spirit, you are safe again. This is not just a ritual. It is a statement that your thoughts will not be hijacked by the weight of the moment. When you move to your temples, you may notice that even the smallest pressure begins to relieve the tension behind your eyes. This is the place where headaches often form. It is where the mind holds silent strain. So massaging it with the mixture is a way of letting your body know it does not need to brace anymore. Your breathing will deepen almost without trying. This is because you are calming your nervous system and giving your brain permission to shift from fight and flight into rest and restoration. Try pairing each circle with a phrase that speaks directly to the fog. I release confusion. I welcome light. I release fear. I welcome wisdom. Keep speaking until your inner chatter begins to quiet and your body begins to respond. Sometimes you may notice warmth. spreading across your scalp or even down your neck. This is your body letting go of held tension. It is your signal that the release is happening. This practice is powerful at night, but also in the morning before the rush of the day. If you wake up feeling heavy from dreams or restless sleep, touching your forehead with oil and salt can set the tone for the entire day. It is a way of claiming that your mind will be clear, your decisions will be sound, and your path will be straight. It is a way of placing a spiritual seal over your thoughts before you face the world. You can also add a moment of deep breathing after the rubbing. Sit with your eyes closed. Take slow inhales through your nose hole for a brief second, then exhale through your mouth. Imagine the air carrying away the fog. Imagine each exhale wiping the glass clean until everything in your mind is bright and sharp again. If there are days when you feel overwhelmed, pair this act with silence. Turn off every noise for just a few minutes and let your spirit breathe if you are near nature. Stand where the air moves and let the wind pass over your face as the oil stays on your skin. Imagine it, sealing you from picking up the heaviness again. Imagine the salt catching every fragment of stray thought and pulling it away. Sometimes clarity comes in layers, and you may need to repeat this act more than once in a day. When confusion is thick, that does not mean you are failing. It means you are faithfully clearing layer by layer until there is space again. Give yourself permission to take the time needed. There are moments when you might not have salt with you. Just use oil and trace the same circles on your forehead, and temples whisper the same words. Your spirit will still respond because it is the touch, the breath, and the intention that open the door to clarity later when you can add the salt. Complete the process fully so nothing remains. You can also use this ritual before any major decision. Take a few minutes to cleanse your mind, and then sit quietly listening for the still small voice that leads you forward. Decisions made from a clear mind are more peaceful and carry less regret. Remember to stay consistent, because the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Soon you will not wait until the fog is thick before you respond. You will notice it at the first sign and take action very quickly. Keeping your spirit clear is not a one-time event. It is a rhythm. It is a lifestyle. It is a way of walking through the world with open vision and steady peace. As you do this regularly, you may notice your sleep improves, your focus sharpens, your words become gentler because they are no longer coming from a place of inner chaos. You may even notice that your creativity returns because your mind is no longer crowded by what should have been released earlier. You are not just clearing your thoughts. You are making room for insight, for inspiration, for wisdom to land. You are telling heaven that you are ready to receive, and telling the fog that it no longer has a place in you. Keep your mixture ready in a small container near your bed or in your prayer corner, so you do not have to look for it when the moment comes. The easier it is to access, the more likely you are to use it, and the more consistent your mind cleansing will be. This is the gift you can give yourself every day. The gift of clarity, the gift of a calm mind, the gift of focus that allows you to hear clearly and act wisely. Take a moment tonight or even right now to try it. Do not wait until you are desperate for peace. Create the peace now and notice how it changes your entire day. We will keep building on this in the next part because there are more layers to explore, more ways to keep your mind clear and your spirit steady. So stay connected and keep practicing. You are not alone in this journey. The more you work with this practice, the more you realize how much the mind holds. Without your awareness, moments from days ago, conversations, You thought you forgot emotions that were never fully processed. They sit like dust on glass, making it harder to see clearly. That is why returning to this ritual regularly is not a luxury. It is an act of faithfulness to your own spirit. Every time you touch your forehead with the salt and oil, you are reminding yourself that clarity is available. That peace is not something distant, but something you can choose right now. If you find that your thoughts rush back, the moment you stop, gently repeat the circles again and whisper new words of release. Sometimes the first touch clears the surface, but the second or third touch reaches deeper places. Do not judge yourself for needing more time. This is what healing feels like. Layer by layer, tension leaves and calmness settles in. This is why many have used oil on the forehead in times of prayer for centuries, because it becomes a meeting point between the mind and the spirit, a signal that it is time to focus. When the mind is clouded, decisions feel heavier. You second guess every step, you hesitate and delay important choices, but when the mind is clear, courage rises naturally. Wisdom feels closer. This is one of the reasons it is good to do this ritual before making important decisions, before difficult conversations, before stepping into a space that requires discernment, because it ensures you are acting from clarity, not confusion. Take time also to notice what your body is saying as you do this. Sometimes the forehead feels tight at first and loosens as you rub. Sometimes the temples ache a little, as if releasing a buildup of pressure. Listen to your body, because it tells you when it is ready to let go. If you feel yourself breathing deeper than before, that is your sign that the process is working. Try pairing this ritual with soft instrumental worship music or sitting near natural light. It helps your mind feel even more supported, because sound and light work together to bring calm. If you prefer silence, that is just as powerful. The key is to create a space where nothing competes for your focus while you are clearing your mind. When you finish, take a clean cloth or running water and wipe your forehead and temples slowly. This final act is as important as the rubbing, because it symbolizes washing away the last trace of confusion and leaving only clarity. Speak words of gratitude here. Thank you, God, for clearing my thoughts. Thank you for peace. Thank you for a sound mind. Gratitude seals the act in your heart and makes it easier to return to next time. If you can journal after the ritual, write down what you felt, what thoughts came up, what decisions became clearer. This helps you see your own progress over time. It also trains your mind to expect clarity every time you do this, so that even before you begin, you already start to relax because your body trusts the process. The more consistent you are with this, the more natural it becomes. Soon you will feel the shift. Even before you finish rubbing the oil, you will know that peace is close and that you have power to push back against mental fog. You are not helpless. You have tools. You have rhythms that keep you steady. This is the beauty of spiritual cleansing. It does not only deal with what you feel now, but it teaches your spirit to stay ready, to stay clear, to stay at peace, so that when the world throws heaviness at you, it does not stick the same way. Your mind deserves to be free. Your spirit deserves to be light. Your heart deserves to live without the constant weight of confusion and fear. This is why you practice this. This is why you return to it again and again, until clarity becomes your normal. As we close this moment, let this be your takeaway. Do not wait until the fog builds up to the point of exhaustion. Make this a daily or weekly rhythm. Even on calm days, use this act to stay clear. Prevention is easier than repair, and your peace is worth protecting. So as you go from here, I want to invite you to make this part of your routine tonight. Prepare your small dish of salt and olive oil. Take a few minutes to breathe, to rub, to release, and to speak words of peace over yourself. Notice the difference it makes, and keep doing it, because the more you do, the lighter your spirit becomes. Thank you for spending this moment with me. If this practice helped you, stay tuned, because we are going even deeper into spiritual cleansing in the next video. I want you to watch the other teachings I have already shared on palm cleansing, on emotional release, and on cleansing the home from heaviness. They will help you build a full system for protecting your spirit and keeping your peace strong. Every single day, share this with someone who has been struggling with mental fog. They may need this more than you know. And make sure to come back here next time as we explore more ways to walk in clarity and freedom.